Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you're watching it. We are the Third and Long podcast. And I would like to welcome you all. And I would like to say a big hello to my two very good friends and co-pundits, OBH and Mr. Ollie Hope. Good evening, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Good evening, John. You are not messing about today, John. Welcome. Welcome. Congratulations on another week without a Raider getting in jail.
It went to Washington this week instead.
Yeah.
Washington on New Orleans.
So before we get started, we would like you to follow us on all of our socials. Third and Long Podcast on Facebook, Third and Long Podcast on YouTube, and at Third and Long Pod UK.
And
even Nick Coombs likes us now.
Yeah, even Nick
Coombs likes us now. So, you know, do you want to be left out of that crowd?
Nick Coombs has replied to one of our tweets.
Oh, yes.
Along with Kay Adams.
Yeah.
Yep. Just need to get OC and J-Bell now. And
we are going places, gentlemen. We are going places. It is, I mean, can you believe that it is nearly the end of the Third and Long's first season?
Yeah, we started, 3rd of March?
I think I looked and the first podcast was put on Spotify on the 11th. Wow.
Yeah, that'll be the one, yeah. How mad is that? It was in the dark, deep lockdown.
Oh, I mean, no, we hadn't quite gone into lockdown then.
I was still in London then.
Yeah, Boris was having a party, you know, life was good.
I'm waiting for that one from the Labour fan there.
We are coming to the end of our first season. This is our first Super Bowl hype show. This is our first award show. Gentlemen, things are happening.
I feel like I should have worn a suit for the award show.
I think I should have.
Oh, no, we should have done, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Should I go and quickly get changed? I'll go and get one upstairs quickly.
I mean, I do it Football Manager.
I've got a suit here. Yeah.
Is that over your right shoulder, yeah?
Yeah. I'm telling you, mate, my foot is just making moves.
Hey, all they need to see is the waist up. They don't need to see you in like pants, and it doesn't matter.
It's been a busy week of American football this week. We've got the build up to the Super Bowl on the show coming up, but first, Gronk has been vocal.
Gronk's going to retire. We all know it.
Yeah, Gronk's going to retire. We know. Well, we hope he's going to retire. Unless he's going to retire, then come back a year later.
Yeah, he's winding up the media saying, I'd like to be playing with Joe Burrow. So the media are like, oh my God, he's going to the Bengals. His phrase
was he likes his swag and he likes the way he's playing at the moment. He's, he didn't actually say the phrasing was, I would like to play with him. He'd say he likes the way he's going, likes his swag, likes all that at the moment. It's like, yeah.
Oh. Speaking of Gronk and people like that, a load of Niners saying that we should trade for Tom Brady. A load of Niners fans saying that we should trade for Tom Brady. Like, he's retired. And they're like, yeah, but I'm sure Kyle Shanahan could get him out of retirement. I'm like, he's retired.
I think there's only one person getting him out of retirement. That's his wife.
Yeah.
I've had enough of you being out. Can you get out?
Yeah, can you imagine he made that video? Or he's like sort of said goodbyes and he's like, actually, lads, I feel like playing another year.
Yeah, the NFL, you'll just hear the deep, oh, for fuck's sake, from the NFL.
And then Roger Goodall will be like, right, who are we going to win the Super Bowl this year? God damn it. But yeah.
Although Roger Goodall yesterday, even, on the bits I've seen his press conference, he did sound like, right, what's going on with diversity, it needs to improve. And he's admitted himself, I didn't feel from his press conference yesterday, wasn't really a press conference, it was like an interview, wasn't it? Yeah. It didn't seem as lip service. It felt like, yeah, okay, I know we need to improve. Maybe it's further on down the Bodney rule. Maybe it's like higher up in the manager, in the owner's section, but things need to improve.
Yeah,
that's right. I don't think the Rooney Rule is doing what it's supposed to be.
No,
and
that
says
from
to me
external sources.
Yeah,
that's not enough.
I mean, but we can keep on going on about race in the NFL till we're blue in the face. Roger Goodall can go on about racism in the NFL until he's blue in the face. I do feel that he did learn his lesson from the Kaepernick situation, him personally, but
all day long.
There's only so much that a commissioner can do.
Don't forget, the commissioner's technically hired and fired by the owners of the NFL anyway.
Roger Goodall can't make owners hire people. I mean, if they could do, then we might see a better change. So it's like you said last week or the week before, Ollie, OBH, I think it was, that you were saying the majority of owners are middle class, billionaire, old white men.
I could probably count on one hand how many are younger than 40,
60.
shall we say?
Yeah,
younger than 60. Yeah, even that, you know.
I mean, I don't know that many owners, but I know the York family. Well, it depends which one of the York family you want to count. But Kraft's quite old.
Yeah.
The Glazers are fairly old. Stan Kroenke's
old. No, they're not. They're not as. I think they are. I think the Wilfs are the younger side of the old guard, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Stan Kroenke's quite old.
Yeah.
But if you look at the older ones, out of the majority older ones, there's only really two that's trying to promote the diversity more than anything else, and that is Jerry Jones and Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
You know, they are they've come from more of a working background. They've worked their way up to how it's done like that. And yeah, it's how it should be, you know, they've promoted, Saints have promoted DA. I can't think of his name off the top of my head. Dennis Allen to head coach, which is fine. They've promoted one inside. That was always going to be the case by the sounds of it. But yeah.
I mean, it's going to be... I don't think this is a long-term, everything will be fixed sort of thing. It'll be a long, hard running battle. Let's face it. It's going to be...
Definitely.
It's going to be something where maybe the commissioner and his sort of board take a bit more control in, I don't know, punishing people who show racism, like actual punishments, not just like, oh, you have to go on an awareness course.
It's like they managed to fine Patriots $2 million and ban Brady for 4 games for basically faking their deflated balls, which has come out that it looks like it was all regular and it's all being hidden, but they can't do something about that is harming people with this race.
I mean, I feel like the only way this will be sorted is if Roger Goodell and the owners all work together.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think you need to hire more younger, more diverse, race, sexuality,
I mean, I'm glad that we've hired...
But, male, female, whatever, it needs to be that. And then they've got more of an open mind. But until you get the younger GMs who have got this more open mind, the way the world is nowadays, you're not going to get that much of a change. And that is the issue.
What do you guys think? Watchers, what do you guys think? We'd like you to get involved. Put a comment on, we'll get it up and we'll answer your questions. We'll talk about your views. Get a bit of interaction going, guys. Aaron Jones has spoken about the future of his quarterback, saying that he believes in his
heart. You had to think about that one, then.
Yeah.
I feel like Tom's
what his coach saying, doesn't it? If
Tom's going to great lengths to not mention his name.
He's mentioned his doppelganger quite a lot, Karen.
Karen Rodgers, yeah.
I think it's more of a pleading with Aaron, please don't go, more than
Please don't leave
a
me.
general belief that he's going to go. It's not because we know when Aaron Rodgers plays, Green Bay are a better team, and that's just fact. It was saying that you're going to see Buccaneers drop off. You saw Patriots drop off. You saw Saints drop off when these elite QBs have gone, because they are elite QBs, all of them that are there.
Yeah.
So it's his place. I don't want another season with Jordan, or I don't want a season with Jordan Love, or if they trade up, or if they, go with it, or if they draft another one in. Who knows?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to end up in Denver, Ollie?
I think he's going to end up in Denver. I think Rodgers to Denver, Jimmy to Tampa, Russ to Seattle, and
Russ is still in Seattle, mate.
Russ to Pittsburgh.
You think Russ is going to Pittsburgh, don't you?
I really think Russ, and I'm more than happy to put money on that.
I mean, Kirk Cousins is apparently going to 100% stay where he is, because he's spoken about. Well, the rumors are Kevin O'Connell who's heavily rumored now that on Monday it'll be announced. Everyone's saying he apparently is very hot on Kirk.
All the interviews for the HC were saying we can win with Kirk.
Yeah, exactly, and
so that's a good showing of Kirk more than anything else.
I think we can win with Kirk. I think he's a great player, and he's changed, and make no doubts about it, he has changed my mind this year. But it's interesting what Justin Jefferson says when he said he's never played under an offensive-minded coach and head coach.
I have to admit, I find it hard to take Justin Jefferson seriously with those diamond-encrusted teeth.
Is that what they are? I generally thought he had braces. Watching the Pro Bowl, I thought, has he got braces?
No, diamond-encrusted teeth.
Oh my fucking God. Yeah, I've just suddenly gone off Jefferson like that. He's never going to get drafted in my team.
That's fair enough. We'll be happy to keep him. But yeah, I think. Oh, here we go. John has said, "Spin the QB wheel." I think they should do a QB draft for all teams next season. Who would you take then, John, for Raiders?
Tom Brady.
Anyone who's not in jail, I'm assuming.
Well, I mean, I'd want if I could have any quarterback, I'd want Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. But I'm excited about Trey Lance for next season.
Do you think he's going to? Oh, okay.
I noticed that Josh McDaniels has told Carr that he's all in on him,
which is good. It's nice to have that. I mean, Derek Carr put some good numbers up last year. He was in the top 5 of passing. He was in the top few of touchdowns. He was in the top few for least turnovers. So he is a good quarterback. I think he just needs to have a good system and people not throwing themselves in jail more than anything else. And all the corruption that he had last year. You had your wide receiver, your DB, your head coach, all having issues. You had an interim head coach who I believe really should have been given the role. I'm going to stay with Mac. To be realistic, yes, I don't get it wrong. Love Mahomes, love Burrows, love Allen, but I would love to see a second season with Mac.
I'm excited about Trey. I feel like Trey is going to surprise people about how good he actually is. Because, I mean, if you watch the game against Houston, I know it was against Houston, but I feel like every drive he got better. And I think that's just gaining experience.
It's very much like
I feel like Trey's just gonna almost get better, a bit like Mac got better as the season went on.
Until he hit that wall.
I'm surprised that no one said they'll take Wilson. Zach Wilson, I mean.
Zach Wilson
got
better as the season got on. He was really poor until he got injured. against second game against Patriots, which was week when I could see New York Jets. Was week, where are they?
It was 7 or 8, wasn't it? Maybe 9.
Yeah, week 7. He was really bad those first 7 weeks. I mean, we saw him in London. The amount of times me and Ollie go, why is he throwing to triple coverage when there's a bloke square
Yeah.
open in the middle of the field?
Me and Ollie were just stood there like, Corey Davis is open. Corey Davis is still open. He's throwing it into triple coverage.
The amount of times, but he got injured. He missed 4 or 5 weeks, so he came back in around the Dolphins-Texans time, so he had an easier start. And he looked a different QB. He looked more confident. He looked better in the pocket. I mean, he was superb against Tampa. He really was really good against Tampa. And that says a lot because Tampa was like one of the best teams in the NFL this year. He was really unlucky not to get the win against them. So, yeah, Zach Wilson, I think will be have a good season next year if they.
I'd either stick with Kirk or if he became available, Burrows. Obviously, he's not going to become available, but
just
if Burrows, I mean, can you imagine Burrows with Jefferson? I mean, surely that'd have the same sort of effect as Chase and Burrows. I mean, I'd love to trade.
What would you do if Rodgers became Minnesota QB?
I'd not be happy about it because it's not just his team that I don't like about the guy. I don't like his attitude. And I don't like the fact that he's unvaccinated. Yes, Kirk is unvaccinated, but Kirk doesn't make a big song and dance about it.
Kirk didn't lie about it.
Yeah. Carr can be hit and miss.
I would take Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
I really would take Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers is a very, very good QB.
I
mean,
mean,
his off-field antics are ridiculous, but on the field he is superb, and that's who I would take. Who's Titans going to keep? As they've extended Mike Vrabel and the GM?
Yes.
Are they? I believe Vrabel said that Tannehill's their starter next season.
I think it was the GM who said that.
I wouldn't go that hard, John, if I'm honest with you.
That's like Ollie going to bloody Seattle and me going to Buffalo. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but I know it's looking likely like I may end up in some Seattle gear at the end of the season, isn't it?
Hey. Well, I don't know. We've decided what Tom wants to give 5 points per win, so you could get all 4 right, and then you'll be in there, mate. You could win it as long as I don't get any right. The one thing I'm not happy though is Joe Judge is back in Foxborough.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
Yes, he knows. I mean, he's not OC; he's assistant OC, which is not a bad thing.
Wasn't he special teams last time?
No, he was. No, you were right. He was special teams. Yeah. Somehow he got the job in New York. I don't get. But it seems to be the thing. They go away, have a real crap time. Josh McDaniels in Indy. There's a wall, Tom. Tom falling off his bed. Yeah, it seems to be the thing with like Belichick's understudies. They go away, have a real poor time where they're coaching.
I mean,
and then they come back.
I feel like Shanahan's coaching tree is overtaking Belichick's coaching tree now.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's overtaken McVay's yet, because if you stood within 5 foot of McVay and eating was.
Who would you take if we could draft if we could draft any QB in the league? Who would you draft at Pittsburgh? I'd like to know that one. I'd be interested.
That doesn't include the retired ones that just retired this year.
Ollie, in my opinion, anyone under McVay is under Shanahan because McVay learned under Shanahan.
That is true, but have you noticed they never mention that Shanahan? They always go the McVay tree, which is a bit harsh. But I mean, it is what it is at the end of the day, isn't it?
But there's under the Shanahan tree. There's McVay, there's LaFleur, there's Mike McDaniels now. There's Robert Saleh. There's a lot.
I mean, let's face it, no one's under Maxima's tree. Wow, no,
Most do you want car? Most have gone Mahomes or Burrows.
I don't think anybody really wants Carr that much.
Apart from John.
And
It's-
Josh McDaniels.
Yeah, that's very true. It's nice to have news or bad news away from Las Vegas for a while, isn't it? With Washington's DB being a bit naughty this week.
Well, I mean, having bad news isn't necessarily a good thing.
No,
but it's
very
just-
true. It's nice
rather-
not to be in Las Vegas for a while.
I'd rather not have any bad news of people being arrested, but
This was it's basically, from what I sounds like it's more death by dangerous diving than involuntary missaunter, isn't it? Because it was he rolled his car 7 times and hit several trees. So I think it's more like death by dangerous driving than like involuntary. Well, they call it definitely over there. They don't call it death by driving, do they? They call it
involuntary manslaughter by the sounds of it.
It goes again by just shows that the NFL need to look after the stars and make sure their stars are on more of a straight and narrow path, and then just going, there's hundreds of £1 million, go and do whatever you want. You know, it's
Although we do say that, and I agree, but surely it's also down to the players to have that sort of responsibility. And I believe that isn't the NFL's. The NFL can't control how they were brought up.
agreed.
Agreed,
Yeah,
but
the
the NFL could offer more support than they do.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I think that, I mean, you see, I saw it in when we were rumored to sign Harbaugh. I watched the All or Nothing Michigan Wolverines again for the 3rd time.
That's a great series.
It is a great series, and it shows you that, you know, they do business classes with him. I mean,
John, I think you've hit the nail on the head there with that comment.
yeah.
Not
I
great
mean,
stuff. Yeah.
not a very commanding start, is it?
Hey,
He did not command
easy all
that
week,
vehicle.
folks.
But yeah, I think that more should be done in the college setup as well for doing it, because, you know, that's where these young men are going to be sort of.
I think with this, the new
Educated.
deal they signed next year, we'll talk about our draft prospect because he signed with Nike early this, it's given them the money at an earlier stage while they're still in confinement of college. So they're getting this money earlier, so they're more used to it a bit earlier. So hopefully it will calm it down a little bit.
No, should be
whether it's going to happen or
educated
not,
in
I
how
don't know.
to use that money. You know, Adam Thielen, for instance, he started his own foundation pretty much straight away.
Yeah.
You know, giving back to people. Look at Kamara. I mean, I know that he's not had much of a good situation now.
Do you want to rewind that a little bit?
I realised as soon as I said that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a tough one because these kids are sort of coming through, and they're getting all this money, multi-million-pound deals. They're getting all these endorsements thrown at them. Unless you've got your head pretty much screwed on from the off, you're always in with a danger. I mean, I fear for Justin Jefferson sometimes because, you know, he's got the gold encrusted teeth. He's got all that sort of stuff. And you think...
He's very gangster, isn't he?
I'm going to disagree with that.
As in looking.
Yeah.
Not as in bruv and stuff like that. But
you nearly triggered my criminologist mind there. But yeah. Anyway.
I agree with what John said.
It does need to be.
Yeah, it indicates that like this coming far too common in the NFL.
I mean, I'm not sure if this is true, but the first incident I remember is Aaron Hernandez. I'm not sure there was before that, but
there was obviously, but I remember that's the first big one I remember as well. You know,
but I mean, obviously that was a massive one, and Netflix have done a special on it and all that.
Well, that's come from.
I mean, I think
they reckon it's more concussions and stuff like that, and constant hits. That's where they reckon that's come from. But that's constant hits when he was in high school.
Do you guys agree with this? Because I don't. I think Claypool's overrated.
So,
Claypool has the hand skills, has the route running to be a good wide receiver. I don't think he's going to be classed as. I don't think he's going to be an elite. He will be a good wide WR2 somewhere for in some teams. As long as like he said, that as long as he's got the right management and the right support network. If you've got the right support network and the right. Sorry, Muzz. As long as he's got it's the same with all of it. If you've got the right support network, look at Tom Brady. He's got the wife, his family, always with him 24/7. Shows if you've got the good network around you, it'll be fine. But yeah, shall we go on to happy things?
Yes. On from manslaughter and incidents to
hashtag get the
international
third
series.
Get the third
guys.
long pod to Munich.
Yeah.
Yeah, Munich.
Abend, Munich, München.
Yeah, so it's going to be.
I mean, I've just got back from Germany.
Yeah, but you're in Berlin. You're in the bad side. You're going to go to Munich now. Well, is there a good side in Germany? I don't know.
Let's not alienate some of our. I mean, yeah. We love you, Germany.
It's good that the NFL's in Germany.
Great. Yes, I agree. I would agree. I would second that.
Because the NFL is massive in Germany. It is.
Yeah.
When I was in when we were in Tottenham, the second game, there were some Germans sat near me.
Yeah, same.
Were they the ones throwing the beer?
No, they weren't the ones throwing the beers. They were like tutting. I can see Wilson and Claypool working.
I think he probably means Russell, considering Ollie was talking about Russell Wilson going to the Steelers earlier.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep. He's a Tyler Lockett style receiver. I can see that.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the literally on Monday, the quarterback carousel to start spinning.
Yes.
Oh, very much so.
Well, all the rumors say that.
Yeah, let's make this happen.
Are you funding it, Muzz?
I am potentially going to America this year. If I can
I am going to America. I'm going in September. The rumors is that it is Halloween weekend that is going to be in Germany as well. So it's the end of Oktoberfest. So that'd be quite cool.
To be fair, my friends were literally this got announced yesterday, and I kept quiet. But this morning, on a group chat, my friends were talking about going to Munich for Oktoberfest.
You know what the best thing is? We've got 3 games in London. So we've got Jags confirmed at Wembley. Saints are rumoured to be at Tottenham against either Bengals, Raiders or Ravens.
Yes.
And then there's obviously another game, which is probably going to be...
Niners.
Hopefully.
And then we've got a game in Germany, which is what? An hour and a half, 2 hours on the plane, if that?
Yeah, it was an hour and a half to Berlin.
You know, so...
I could see the Berlin game, the Munich game, being the Vikings, because the Vikings have a very strong following in Germany.
Germany is the Patriots franchise. It's a German.
Which is why I was surprised about why we didn't get the.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Like I said, it really wouldn't surprise me if the Patriots.
Definitely must. Definitely must.
Yeah, I went to go and watch Notre Dame in November.
You did over there, didn't you?
You did.
Yes, and I was very impressed by their mascot who could do backflips. And also their mascot was a natural mascot rather than a Christmas tree like Stanford's.
But yeah, so Spurs are going to get 2 games. Wembley is being host. I mean, there's rumours that tickets will not be able to be on sale via Ticketmaster. They will be bought they will be available on the Jags website.
Yeah, I've seen that too.
I mean, were we shocked that Jags got a Wembley game?
No.
Not really. Am I excited
Khan
about
tried to
the
buy the
Jags?
stadium, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I excited about the Jags coming to London again?
Yes.
Not really.
I feel like seeing Trevor Lawrence with a season under his belt will be good.
Under a
I'm still not.
under a quarterback head coach who knows what he's doing, because Doug Peterson does. He got the Eagles to the Super Bowl under 2 QBs. One fell apart, and the other one, well, took them all the way there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. I've seen the Jags now twice in London. Once against Texans and this year against Dolphins. 2 very good games. Craven Cottage, can you imagine?
Just out of interest, were either of you at the game in 2019, which was the Bengals versus the Rams?
I wasn't, no.
Which obviously now is the Super Bowl 2 years later.
I was 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Technically. Yeah, I was at that game. Don't remember it, but I was at that game. I know the Rams absolutely spanked the Bengals.
Literally, the only thing I remember from that game is the Cooper Cup trick play.
Why do I got a feeling that was at Twickenham, not?
No, it was at Wembley, definitely. Because I've not been to Twickenham and I was at that game.
Okay. I remember Rams being at Twickenham and then literally chanting whose house, and everyone's chanting Rams house. That was cool.
Yeah, we did that at Wembley too.
I don't remember that one. But it's it's gonna be a good game. I might try and find some footage for that for Sunday's show, I think. Okay, they're 2 completely different franchises now. In every sense of it. For
They are
starters,
definitely different franchises.
They both got good quarterbacks. They both got good offenses.
Yeah. Who was the Bengals quarterback in that game? Was it Andy Dalton?
He didn't play that game. He was injured, I think. I got a feeling Dalton was injured that year.
So who the hell was their quarterback?
I don't know, but they got absolutely
They got hammered, didn't
spanked. They got spanked.
That's why they got spanked, because no one knew who the quarterback was. So yeah, I think I'm excited about football coming back. We've got 3 games instead of 2. I think it's going to make the sport even more accessible as before.
And having it in Germany, most people will get to Germany quicker than they will to get to London.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will German fans, though, turn out in their numbers?
I think so. So the Allianz holds what? 65,000, isn't it?
I mean, part of me is thinking, shall we let the German fans have their football?
Nah.
I don't know what the answer is going to be.
NFL UK takes over Munich.
I can see the German fans flocking to that. I think it'd be very hard to get tickets there.
It's hard enough to get tickets in London.
Well, yeah.
At least there's going to be 85,000 tickets available for the Wembley game.
Yeah.
I would like them to honour the Wembley season ticket holders. I don't think they will. But I'd like them to.
Especially if they're going on sale on the Jags website, then that'll just F over Wembley season ticket holders.
Yeah, exactly.
It is what it is.
I mean, I feel like they probably felt like they honoured you last year. Which they didn't. They didn't.
No, not really. Yes, they let us buy tickets first, but that's about it.
Exactly. I mean, gentlemen, do we think we have time? Shall we move on to our very first award ceremony, and then
should we do the draft prospect first?
What's that?
Should we do the draft prospect first?
Yeah, go on then. Let's give him a bit of a chance.
Yeah.
I'll play the video.
Can somebody actually? Can we actually establish how we pronounce his name?
Kayvon Thibodeau, I believe it is.
Thibodeau, okay.
Thibodeau, yeah. If anyone knows,
that's what I'm going with. Yeah, if you want to pronounce it different, please spell it out phonetically.
Phonetically, yeah. Okay, I am going to play the video.
We'll have to talk because there's no music, because I didn't want music again, because, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've watched a lot of
Right, I will.
Let's just look at what John said.
Yeah. I read that bit. British fans will get tickets. I go, yeah, and then I read the rest of it, going, okay.
Right.
I mean, I reckon Munich might try and do a way that you have to have like a German address to get tickets or something like that.
Well, it depends if they want people vaccinated and stuff like that, isn't it? Going back to that one.
Right, I am
I
going
might have to hit up my friend who lives in Germany.
to.
Can you
I'm
get us
going to
12 tickets, please?
play this video.
Play that beat. Yeah, number 5 for Oregon Ducks.
This guy's a monster.
He's explosive off the line. If there's a clip in a minute, you'll see him. He is very quick off the line.
I have him going at 3 in my mock.
I've got him at 4. I mean, there's
Who'd
one
you
in
have
the
at 3 then?
middle. A safety.
Okay.
Look at that one. Look how quick he is off there. I just put in the group chat. I don't know if you saw, but do the college not know how to use left tackles? And look, he just bulldozed that bloke there. Just went straight through him. There he is on the ground again. They have no such thing as that. There he is, and another one.
Yeah.
Even though that was a low hit on the QB. I mean, there you go. He had the left tackle there. Yeah, the left tackles need to improve in college.
I mean,
If I drafted a left tackle this year from college, I'd be worrying.
49 tackles, 7 sacks, 2 forced fumbles.
I mean, I don't think the Niners. I think the Niners need to worry. I think we have the best left tackle in football.
Yeah, that's true. But majority of them, he's quick as well. He's a quick across the field. Look,
Yeah.
From left to right, he's
going
to be a steal. Whoever gets him.
Yeah, he looks strong. He looks quick. He's got those sacks. He is explosive. Let's face it. He's going to be an excellent left tackle wherever he goes in the draft.
Edge rusher. Edge rusher.
Yeah, defensive end.
Not a left tackle.
A left tackle's in the O-line now.
Yeah.
He destroyed the majority of left tackles then, mate.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see his 40. That'll be the interesting one. I mean, he's not a big defensive end. He's only like 117 kilos, which is small if you compare him to Bosa's, TJ Watt, any of them, Chandler Jones. He is small for a defense. You got me saying now for a defensive end.
Not for left tackles.
Not for left tackles. That's minute. So it'd be interesting to see his combine. He is going to be there. They have announced the combine this week. If we show that, there is a lot of running backs and wide receivers going this year, and a lot of DBs.
Well, I mean, it's a stacked DB, wide receivers, and running back class, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I saw the East versus West seen like bowl, whatever, like Shine Bowl, the Senior Bowl. Only a couple of QBs really shone out, and that was Howell, Malik Willis. I didn't see any. I haven't seen Packett yet.
Well, Pickett went 6 for 6.
Yeah.
And I know the Niners fans are very enamored by the NDSU wide receiver Christian Walton.
He's not in DJ's top 50 though.
I think people are seeing Chase and Burrows and thinking Lance and Walton.
Do you reckon? Oh, what? Okay. It'd be interesting though. I reckon I could see that being a common phase now. Okay, we've had a rookie. He's had a year. He connected really well with that wide receiver. He's done really well with that running back or that centre.
Yeah.
That centre. Let's draft them so they've got that instant chemistry. I think that's going to be the new thing going forward because I don't think you would have had the Bengals hadn't drafted Chase. They drafted Penny Swirl. I don't think you would have seen them in the Super Bowl this year.
I mean, it worked pretty well with Tua and Waddle too.
Of course, they were at the same college today, isn't it? Damian Harris and Matt Jones are both Alabama prospects.
Yeah.
That having that connection works. So it would be a good thing to see. I've got Thibodeau going at 4.
I have him at 3.
You haven't gone to the Texans.
Just out of interest, Tom, have you done your mock draft yet?
I'm going to do mine tonight when I'm at work. I've got time.
I'm halfway through mine.
I completed mine, but I'm changing it.
I've done I've done a few mock drafts and then I've just changed it and moved it all up because things have changed, other people have changed. You know, it's.
Yeah.
I mean, I had us having cars in it. I hope that we do, but I mean, the rumours are now that we're going for Singletary Junior. I hope not, but
He's a good corner.
he is, but he's not.
I've got him. I think he's my first corner off the book.
He's my
He's
my first corner. He's going much higher than the Vikings for me.
Yeah,
he's not going much higher, but he's going higher than the Vikings. He's going. Yeah, he's my first corner off the book.
What picks the Vikings again?
12.
Yeah,
I think we could. I'm thinking we could drop. We could trade up.
Why would you trade up? You don't need to trade up. Why risk?
I don't know. Something's telling me that we might trade.
There's only probably one franchise that has or maybe three. The two, if you count the two New Yorks, but New York Jets and Giants both said they want to fill up on these drafts.
Muzz, no. To answer Muzz's question, I don't think Pickett will be available at 20.
No.
I have him going to the Broncos at 7.
I have him going at 20.
Do you?
I have him at 20. At the moment, I think the only team that will be able to trade up is the Eagles, who got 3 first-round picks.
Yeah.
They could trade 15 and 16 up and go up to trade one of the New York teams, who's got picks at 4, 5, 7, and 10.
Yeah.
That's how I would do it. If I was at Philadelphia, I'd go, right, New York, can we have one of your picks and you can have 2? You know, then it gives New York 3 picks in the first round. That's the only way they can do it.
Considering both the New York teams have more holes in the calendar, they could do with that, really.
I was reading, because when I was doing my mock draft thing, I read what the PFF said, and it says positions need Texans everywhere.
Well, I mean, the Texans are also. Oh, we're on to football now. Is it still 1-0, Muzz?
Yeah, I lost track. I was going to think then. Yeah, Texans. Yeah, there is a lot of holes. They have got a lot of RB2s, RB3s, WR2s. You know, even a QB2. They don't have anyone that would command that position in any other team.
We've got a VAR review going on.
Yeah,
boys.
I think the draft will be quite interesting this year. I think it'll be. There'll be a lot more surprises.
The combine's only 3 weeks away.
What's that?
The combine's 3 weeks away.
It is. I'm looking forward to that now.
Yeah,
I think it'll be really fun.
I mean, I'm still looking at free agency as something that I think could be very interesting this year.
Free agency on the 16th, isn't it?
It's on the 14th, isn't it?
14th, but free agent fantasy starts on the 14th, but they can actually officially sign on the 16th, which is really weird. It's like, yes, the transfer window is open on Monday, but you can't sign it until Tuesday. What's the bloody point?
All the talk and the discussions, haven't we, and all the chatter.
Oh yes.
I still want Jim White on NFL Total Access during free agent frenzy.
I would like Jim White doing the draft.
You've already just want Kay Adams doing everything, Ollie.
No, I said Jim White.
Yeah, but you would want Kay Adams doing everything, wouldn't you?
Not everything.
So, with the draft coming up, shall we focus on this year's stars? Who has stood out?
Yep.
We have the award with the award show tonight, isn't it?
First off, thank you everyone for voting and getting involved in all our posts.
I think there was near on 1,000 votes at all.
We will tag the players in our Twitter feed. I'm hopefully going to
take
a little certificate and send it off to him, just because I am that sad. And
do it.
That'd
be awesome.
Hopefully, we will get some sort of response. We may not, but who knows? So
At least with the
Gentlemen.
Bengals, at least with the Bengals, we can send them to the same one.
yeah, gentlemen, would you please give me a drum roll as we announce Coach of the Year? And the winner with 75% of the vote, Zach Taylor.
Oh, that worked. Whoops.
Oh dear.
What happened there?
Yeah, it's the background. The background, not the overlay. Overlay. Oh well. I mean, you guys get the gist. It's a picture of Zach Taylor.
And to be honest, I think Zach Taylor will be the one winning Coach of the Year. That's about 2
I
a.m.
mean, I am
2 a.m. tonight.
surprised that he only got 75% of the vote. But you know, fair play to him. He's done a job that no one thought he would. He's done what nobody thought would be impossible this
Well,
year.
let's put it this way. 2 years ago, they won 2 games. They signed or they drafted Joe Burrows at number 1. They won 4 games, and Joe Burrows missed the last 6 games of the season. So they won 4 out of 10 with Joe Burrows.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean they were going to go that extra bit further, but the fact that they've drafted really well. I mean, Evan McPherson has been an absolute revolution for them. They drafted him at 5. You know, he was the 5th round pick.
Is there a special teams player of the year?
I don't think there is actually.
Because I feel like he'd be winning
all
that.
day long. All day long.
Apart from that one crazy game against Green Bay.
Yeah, that's very true.
I feel like we don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about that game against Green Bay.
No,
See,
that Green Bay game from Green Bay is like forgotten from my memory.
If Leona was watching this, she'd be going mental now because she's played. There was a period of time when she played. We don't listen to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. Sorry, every 5 minutes on the 5 minute, every minute on the minute.
Okay.
But it's a good film. I recommend it. But anyway,
I need to watch it.
Oh. Yeah. So the next award. The next award.
I appreciate that as a Niner, Muzz.
The next award, a bit more unanimous than the last award, which is difficult to beat, I know. But gentlemen, another drum roll, please. And comeback of the year, Joe Burrow, with 88% of your votes. It won't. Oh yeah, it will. There he is, Broadway Joe, taking us all the way to the
franchise Joe. He's been
Joe Cool.
He's been absolutely superb this season, isn't he? To be fair, absolutely superb. You know, you can't.
He was in the discussion for MVP, but obviously we'll get onto that in a minute. Shall we move on to Rookie of the Year? Drum roll, please.
And the fact Trey Lance wasn't even in the running for this.
How many snaps did Trey Lance play this year?
He started 2 games.
Yep. Go on then. Drum roll, ready?
Yes, please. And the winner for Rookie, Jamal Chase, with
how many
71%.
Yeah, I'd say percentage of the votes.
71% of the votes.
71%, yeah. Yeah, Waddles and Parsons got like 5% each.
I think Mac will win it, but I think Jamal Chase definitely should.
Yeah, Jamal Chase has been absolutely superb this season. He really has.
Shouldn't be laughing at that.
That's a bit evil, man. That's a bit evil. Funny, but evil.
Oh, dear me. So, God. Oh, this is horrible. So, yeah, I mean, was there any doubt, really? Chase has been absolutely amazing.
Personally, I'd have given it to Parsons. But
it's going to be close between those 2 rookies of the year, I think.
Yeah,
But,
I mean,
like I said, I think Mac's going to win it, but
I think Mac will win Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think Rookie of the Year will go to Chase, I think, like us.
Cool.
So, shall we go to Defensive Player of the Year? Now,
Yep.
this one, is
I noticed
MVP.
Muzz was very passionate about this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a lot more. Well, there's two close run races, which is Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
Yep.
Defensive Player of the Year is not Nick Bosa. So,
Oops.
so
Go on then. Drum roll, please.
Sorry. TJ Watt with 56% of the vote.
Who got the other votes?
Bosa got just over 40. JC got a couple, and Parsons got a couple as well.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go that way so you can see me. Hi.
Right over my face. I always got told.
Some may say that's not a bad thing.
No, I always got told I had a face for radio.
Ollie, just being able to see me and you is like a Monday. It's like a Monday.
Oh, hey! Sometimes
Muzz will be celebrating like mad.
Muzz already is.
The future GOAT defender. Some of us, not mentioning names, would disagree.
No, to be fair, I'll hold my hands up. I voted for TJ Watt on the thing.
You did actually. To be fair, I was surprised though when you did.
Yeah, I was surprised as well.
As much as I love Bosa, TJ Watt was the best this year.
The guy had a great season. Let's face it. I mean, I know Bosa did, but
I mean, he's equaled the sack record for crying out loud.
Yeah.
And I don't mean
that was unlucky.
But...
So
well, I mean, I just think it's unlucky because Michael Strahan's last sack wasn't really a sack.
No, it was a tickle.
It was I'll fall down at your feet.
Yeah. And that leads us nicely
onto the other side of the ball.
Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, I think Offensive Player of the Year is pretty much sewn up. I think this man he's going to be there on Sunday. He's going to at least get one touchdown, I think.
I've got a bet on him to win Super Bowl MVP.
Okay. I've got Aaron Donald.
I've got Donald Miller and this guy. So
shall we put the people out of their misery? Drum roll, please. OBH. Mr. Cooper Kupp with 69% of the votes. I mean, what a guy! What a beard! What a beard!
You're only jealous, Tom.
I am.
He is
with
now
hair like that, and he's pulled that beard off. Wow.
He is triple crown, most reception yards, most receptions,
What percentage of the votes did Kupp get?
He had 69% of the vote.
Because Debo got more votes than I thought he would.
Yeah, Debo and Chase were high teens, and Jonathan Taylor only got one vote,
which I'm surprised about.
Yeah, I mean, he was the lead rusher. I wonder if people are going, he was the lead rusher because Derrick Henry didn't play majority of the season. I wonder if they're looking at it that way.
I feel like people are forgetting about Taylor because the Colts didn't make the playoffs. Sort of an out of mind thing.
Yeah, but don't forget the MVP or the normal award is only done on regular season, which I think is slightly wrong.
Yeah, but I feel like people are just forgetting he exists because we've not seen him for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, probably. He's had a really good season. If I was Jonathan Taylor, I'd be proud of that season he's had.
Yeah, I mean, he's the reason the Colts got as close as they didn't make the playoffs.
I think he broke a record for the most 100-yard rushing games in a row.
Because without Taylor, the Colts aren't a very good team.
Very true. Very, very, very true. With an average quarterback. Who's to be fair, they didn't win the Super Bowl with.
I'm going to go below average quarterback.
Yeah.
Possibly. Go on then. Shall we do the big one?
Let's do the huge one.
Even though
Shall we do?
I don't think this guy is going to win MVP tonight.
I hope he does. I mean,
I would love
I've
him
got
to.
my own thoughts on who's going to win it, and I think it's only because that person's retired. But can I have a drum roll, please? The MVP of the Third and Long podcast, first ever yearly awards, Mr. Cooper Cup, with 47% of
gonna get
the
that one.
vote. That's how close this thing was.
And Brady was coming to 34.
I mean, I like how we've got two different pictures for him.
I wanted to
And
mix
his
it up a
beard
bit.
still looks magnificent.
I wanted to mix it up a bit. It's the smile.
As John said, he didn't vote on an MVP because he refused to pick a QB.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to go to a QB. And I think one of you said, I don't know if one of you or both of you actually said, that you agree with me and Muzz that MVP shouldn't go to a QB.
Yeah, I mean,
I think when QBs have had special seasons.
Yeah, if they have
then
special
yes,
seasons, then yeah, absolutely.
But
But
shouldn't go to a
the
QB
year that
every year.
Lamar won it, he deserved it that year because he was the best player in the league that year.
I think the year Mahomes won it, that's the same.
But
yeah.
Tom Brady, if he does win it this year, he led touchdowns and he led passing yardage. That I wouldn't condemn the season he had. And I wouldn't go, you know what, he hasn't deserved it. Because he had. He's 44. He's had his best season ever. With leading amount of yards passed and leading touchdowns. So you can't deny him saying he's not that. But Debo's had probably an outstanding season. You know, total yardage is probably one of the most in the league. Cooper Cup
I believe it's second.
Cooper Cup has probably had the best season of all time in the 56 odd years of the NFL.
Jonathan Taylor's broken record after record.
Jonathan Taylor's broken record. Jefferson's had an outstanding season. Burrow's had an outstanding season. Chase has had a stupendous season along with Micah Parsons.
Jefferson's had an outstanding season.
TJ Watt has broken equaled the sack record. You know, Bobby Wagner has had one of the most tackles in an NFL season. It's not just. It shouldn't just be the best quarterback of the league is Dunk. You're the MVP because it's not. Yes, they get paid the most money on majority of the franchises, but it doesn't mean they're the most valuable player of the team.
Yes.
If you
look at something like fantasy football, quarterback's almost the least important position.
Fantasy football, it is normally 9 times out of 10, number one pick goes as a running back.
Yeah.
So I will guarantee you this year, most people will either choose a running back who can be acted as a wide receiver, like Debo, like Cordell Patterson, Cup, Chase. People who can line up in the backfield and go, right, I don't care if you handed the ball off or you pass me in a slap or I'm going deep.
I mean, I'm very lucky in a dynasty league. I thought I had a bit of a car crash of a draft, but I ended up winning the league because I had Debo and Cup.
You've got two bloody good quarterbacks.
And I'm going into another season of dynasty with Mike Evans, Cooper Cup, and Debo Samuel, and Mahomes is my quarterback. I feel fairly confident that I'll do pretty well again.
As long as you said injury free, I had 1 year. I had Jay. He got injured. I had a wide receiver. He got injured within 2 weeks of each other. My season was done.
Oh no!
I mean, Derek Henry getting injured wrecked you on the podcast league. Tom, we're in that league, Naz.
We're in that league. I think I won. No, me and Ollie were 1 and 2.
I beat Ollie in the Super Bowl.
No. We've got one. That Muzz ones.
Oh, I thought we were talking one that
you
you
mean
won.
You didn't join the Third and Long Fantasy League? I am disappointed.
I mean, to be honest with you, our the hardwired league, which Muzz runs, the draft took about 6 years. So,
it's not one of those ones you can take up to 8 hours to do a pick, can you?
Well, yeah.
Oh, fucking hell.
Don't say that. I've got one
No,
of those
it's
coming
not.
up
No,
in a
it's
couple.
not. It's
I've
got
got one of
about
those
50
coming up.
different people.
I will be disappointed if John, Muzz, and Kelly don't join the Third and Long podcast fantasy league next year.
I know, yeah.
As soon as the new season rolls round, I'll set up a league, and I'll make it as wide open as I can with as many teams as I can.
Most definitely. If we can, yeah, I
Yes.
mean,
I'm gonna go to my dad and potentially my sister into joining too.
good man. Good man. I'm
Because
sure,
my dad's always said that he doesn't know enough about NFL, but he does.
I'm sure Noah would want to join in, and I'm guarantee the first round pick would be Mahomes. Mahomes, Kelsey, Hill, Butler, or Butker.
Is he just gonna pick the Chiefs?
Nah, he's a bit more knowledgeable than that. He's not very good on the defensive side of the ball, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's not too bad.
Well, I mean, as long as he just picks, he'll probably pick the Chiefs defense.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, but Tom's also rewards big praise. The COVID, what was it? Is it the COVID
Bowl? This time it's vaccinated.
Yeah, I had Derek Henry, and I was destroying the league for the first 10 weeks.
And then he got injured.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still got to play a Super Bowl though. So,
yeah, but
So,
who beat you,
talking
Ollie?
about Super Bowls, we have a bit of a game coming, a small game coming up on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
Only a very small one, not very important, you know.
No, it's not at all.
are you on about our
Gentlemen,
game or the game that's on the other side of the pond?
The other game, sorry, not the other side.
Okay, I was just checking.
So, Bengals at the Rams, but the Bengals are the home team.
Are we not doing this? Are we not doing this on Sunday?
Well, I thought we could preview it.
We'll do a little chat, as long as we not give too much away for Sunday.
It's going to be an interesting one, isn't it, gentlemen? I think Usman is clear.
Usmanoa is clear. T. Higgins is out as it sits at the moment, and I'm just getting the laptop low because it's got my injury list up. The NFL's injury list up. I'm not on the other laptop. I promise. Work. Yeah, there is. You know, who haven't practiced at the moment is T. Higbee for the Rams, and Joe Noteboom. I love that name. Noteboom. Van Jefferson's had limited practice along with Cam Akers. Which is fine. The only one that hasn't fully practiced for Bengals is CJ Uzomanoa and Jackson Kamen, who's the guard. But he's not even starting guard. He's second guard, something like that.
What have you guys got planned for Super Bowl?
Not much.
I mean, Ollie, you will be feeling it a bit harder because you were nearly there. OBH, you kind of could have been there, but we
were never going to be there. We were not.
And Vikings were out of it by week 15. So,
we'll hold you to that, Muzz.
We'll hold you, yeah.
I'm probably gonna have no voice left because I'm gonna see the Cougs on Saturday night with Kelly and Cardiff.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's gonna be mad. That's gonna be a good laugh.
Well, me and Leona are going to be doing our little buffet thing.
Yeah,
watching it.
I've got my box coming on. I think my box is coming tomorrow. Actually,
we decided against getting a box. We're just ordering loads of food from Iceland and getting that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much of a voice I'll have because I'm going to watch Bolton on Saturday, and I don't usually have much of a voice after that, especially in a away game. Especially in a away game.
Where are they playing?
Oxford.
Oh yeah, Oxford. Nice.
I mean, Ollie, me and you can go on the 23rd of April if you want, but
yeah, I'm standing in the right end though, not the wrong end.
Nah, I'll be behind that goal.
I'll be in one. I'll probably in the family friendly stand because I have the boys with me.
But yeah, it should be a good game on Sunday.
It is going to be a very good game. I can guarantee you that the Rams will start fast and the Bengals will come back, but I don't know if the Bengals will have enough to come back.
I already have in my head what I think the score is going to be.
34-31 according to Simpsons.
To be fair, what I'm going to say is I do have one of those for one of the teams.
Ooh.
we will be watching. We'll be announcing all of our predictions on Sunday.
So I've got all of our predictions. We have a little Chris Wesling tribute because he was a Bengals fan. Those who don't know, he is around the NFL, former podcast host who passed away about a year ago. Who was a massive Bengals fan.
Yes.
We've got some facts. We've got little ways, facts. There's ways how each team can beat each other. It's gonna look like a proper pundit show. So you're gonna hold your jaw up a bit, guys. There's a few matchups as well along there as well.
And I believe we'll be going live at 8:30 again.
We will
live at 8:30
on Sunday. It won't be a very long show. It'll be just a quick fire because we know you've all got your parties to get ready for.
No, your party should be. You should have the Third and Long podcast live on your telly.
Yes, definitely.
That's how it should be. Get the whole planet.
Feel free to tweet us with pictures of how you're watching.
Send us your picture of your Super Bowl setup.
Yeah, let's have your Super Bowl pictures coming to at Third and Long podcast. You can obviously send them onto our Facebook page. We will put a Third and Long podcast game feed, I think, up for that night. Put your pictures in, put your comments. Let's have a proper chat going that night, and let's enjoy the show more than this show than anything else.
And I'm looking forward to the halftime show too.
Oh my god, yes!
That'll be an elite show.
That takes me back to my college days. Oh my god, 90s hip hop was the bomb. I just hope they start with the iconic, Forget About Dre or next episode.
I really hope they do.
Yeah. How's it go?
I'm not going to wrap it, but the little bass at the start.
Yes, John, that is the Simpsons bet as well. I wonder how many people have seen that and gone, I'm going to put the actual score in. I might actually do that. I wonder what the odds are.
So, until Sunday, stay safe. Enjoy whatever you are doing. And I've just said it, but I've taken my...
I was about to say, you've taken my phrase.
So, there's one last thing to say.
Is it 101, Muzz? Nice. Stay safe, all.